Hi, Pat Weiner from Worldwide Equipment. Thank you very much for coming to our website. Today we're going to be looking at a 1924 Lincoln Wrecker. It's got a Weaver crane on the back with a Weaver auto ambulance. Really super nice piece and mint condition, I would say, for the usage. It's got 60,000 miles on it. Beautiful piece. So take a look around, and we've got the owner of it that's here. He's going to be going through the truck with you, so take a look and give us a call. We sure appreciate it. And stop back to Worldwide Equipment. Our website is www.newtowtrucks.com. Thank you very much.
1924 Lincoln. Okay, it was, like I said, hand done as a tow truck back in, remember what year that was? About 28, I think. Okay, by 28, it was turned into a tow truck. It's got a Winch V8 motor again, with, like I said, fuel primers. If you have ever go to your eye doctor, a little interesting story about it. If you ever go to your eye doctor, ask them how old the company Bosch & Lomb is, okay? Just take a picture of this. If you look at these lights, it says Bosch & Lomb in Germany. And how these prisms work is the high beam is a mechanical rod that takes the light element and brings it closer and farther away to the lens, the Bosch & Lomb lenses, and that's what exaggerates the high beam and the low beam. All right, my eye doctor, I have a ball with him. You know, he always wants pictures of the Bosch & Lomb because they think they just did contact lenses and eyeglasses. And here in the 1920s, they're doing automobile lenses. You know, but it's got a 3-speed manual transmission, of course, non-synchronized. So another neat feature it's got is what's called a fat man steering wheel. Okay, as you see, it's got suicide doors. So if you were a portly gentleman, is what you do. You hit this button, the steering wheel collapses, and now that gives you access to get in there. That's
pretty cool.
But all the Apple lights work in it. Everything in the vehicle does work. Or again, one is throttle and the other is magneto, or it's either the timing. It's all just mechanical rides. You can see they'll come down and turn distributors, and you know, real interesting. We've dated everything on it. You know, this, if you read the paperwork that goes with it, we dated why they had to put the empty weight on it. That was by law. At a certain time period, all of this was of a certain time period, and even the 3-digit number we went as far as to chase down. It tells what time it was in. Also, yes, what we have is the original Lincoln parts book and its list prices. This is the records of, let's see, the book of instructions from the Lincoln Motor Car. In here is listed every oil change, every service it's ever had, all right, all the way up to, I believe, it's dated 9/12/48, says speedometer quit running at 61,109 miles, all right, and it's been in storage, it's been in inside storage ever since that. It's never been outside. This again is a Ford and Blade. It's still a publication that is readily available. This is March of '94 is what it says, is that this is the last known registered Lincoln service car. VIN is registered in here, some numbers how, and it just goes on to, with by serial number, tells us it's the last surviving registered service car that they know of. So this isn't an antique car, it's a time capsule. So if somebody buys this, they have to spend about 8 hours with me to learn how to start it, why it's a survivor in the first place, why there's not a lot of these around, is because they used to heat the gas with electric coil. So they all burned up. And that's why there's a survivor. The electric heat coil was taken off this vehicle years and years ago. All right. And, okay, back to the motor. This is how you start it in a cold winter day. These are fuel primers. Come out here with a can of gas, and you fill, okay, each of these little cups up, and then you drop it into the cylinder, and you close it. So now you've pre-primed the cylinder, okay? And you run around to the other side with the foot button, all right, and you start your vehicle. And control your magneto, and your spark is all controlled on it, okay? And then when it sits here and runs, you can't even hear it. It's the quietest little thing you ever dreamed of. It'll run about 70 miles an hour.
Wow.
It only has rear mechanical brakes. So brake job is WD-40 and wire brush to make sure all the clevises are good. Okay, the linings are fine.
Sure.
One of the things that should be done to it is we baby it because it's been sitting here so long. what you have to do, you should be washing these rims down with water so they swell.
Okay.
All right, I had a clicking noise. I take it parades and stuff, I'm hearing this clicking noise, so I took it apart. And the wheel seemed to be loose. The steel seems to be loose against the wood wheel. And finally, some old guy with a Hupmobile came over and says, you know, the problem is you got to wet them down. You got to swell that wood up. And so you swell the wood up, and the problem goes away. The noise goes away. Right? That's what they used to do, is drive them down. Okay, underneath it, underneath the seat rather, are a lot of the original tools that came with it. The original brass grease gun, spare cap, some brass hand tools that I don't even tell anybody are there because they disappear. You know what I mean? But there's some of the original stuff that came with it, you know. All right, this was all done by Coachwork, all right? You know, we call them body shops today. You got to remember, when this was done in accordance to that time frame, these were actually people who made all these big, beautiful coaches. So the workmanship on it was just so cool. That's what I fell in love with. You know, was how it worked. You know, how thinking that this was all hand done. So now, for a lot of years, our industry said that the Weaver Auto Ambulance was non-existent. If you went down to the museum in Chattanooga, they have a one that somebody has made, and they have pictures and documents of it. This is as they said, it was non-existent. Well, here's a Weaver Auto Ambulance. They do exist. You just got to, with the dates, and I think it's sitting there with the dates properly up. Okay, so when they say they're extinct, no, we just don't know what we were looking for. That's what it amounts to. I had two of them.
It's a calling me home, Chicago is. It makes me grin like a clown. It's my kind of town. Take me up there. I said that this here is my kind of town, Chicago. My kind of town, Chicago is. My kind of razzmatazz, and it has all that jazz. And each time I leave Chicago,